Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are going to be ranking my favourite TARDIS's sets from the worst to best. And we're going to kick things off then straight away with Jodie Whittaker's TARDIS. Yes, the 13th Doctor's TARDIS, or Jodie Whittaker's TARDIS. And quite frankly, when I first saw this on my screen, okay, I remember it back in 2018 it was, quite frankly, I was shocked to see it, horrified to see it, to tell you the truth. It wasn't a nice set at all, and yeah, I just hated it. It just didn't connect with me in any way, shape or form. Why? Well, obviously, when I first saw it, I just looked at it, and thought, what on earth is this? Yes, okay, the Doctor's an alien. Yes, okay, the Doctor is not from planet Earth, and maybe you could criticise that about the next few TARDISes I'll speak about. Maybe they're too Earth-like, and this is the most alien TARDIS of them all. But even if we go back to the original TARDISes, back in the early 90s, the 60s and 70s and 80s, we never saw anything like this. This is, in my opinion, a mile away from what Doctor Who should be in terms of the TARDIS console room. Literally, it was hideous, to tell you the least. Quite frankly, I can't even rate this. Whoever designed this, I'm not saying it ain't a cool design. It is cool. It certainly matches the description of sci-fi. It certainly matches, that alien characteristic to it. And it's probably the most alien TARDIS we've ever seen on the show. But is it too alien? Okay, that is the question. And for me, yes is the answer. Number 2 or number 4, okay, whichever way you want to say it, next worst TARDIS I've put is Matt Smith's second TARDIS. Now, I'm a big fan of Matt Smith. He is my favourite Doctor. I'm going to make no lie about that, okay? And obviously, this is his second TARDIS. Now, I do like it. It is a nice TARDIS console room. However, the reason why I've put this at number 4, okay, the fourth worst, okay, is because, personally myself, okay, living up in this era, this was the era I was really into Doctor Who, don't forget. And for me, it didn't quite hit necessarily all the marks, looking back on it. Looking back on the show, seeing other TARDISes, especially ones that I've put higher up in the list, I think they're actually higher up for a reason. It just was a nice set, quite realistically. And, we will speak about the same set console room a little bit later, but with a different Doctor. I'm not going to give who that Doctor away yet is. But obviously, it wasn't really, in my opinion, the nicest of sets, looking back on it. It was a good set, still solid for Matt Smith's Doctor. But I just feel like, as I say, it was a bit weak, considering, or looking back on it now. Looking back on it now, it could have been a bit better. Okay, and was it needed? I don't know. Number 3, we have David Tennant's / obviously, Christopher Eccleston's TARDIS. Yes, the 9th and 10th Doctor's TARDIS. And quite frankly, I love this set. The first ever set of Doctor Who, back on our screens, features this TARDIS. And it is actually a pretty decent TARDIS, overall. It's got, as I say, that alien feature to it. It isn't like, as I was saying about Jodie's TARDIS, too alien, but it does feel alien. It doesn't feel, like a room, if that makes sense, or something that you or I could decorate, sort of thing. It feels alien. It's got a rustic effect to it going on. It is a nice TARDIS. I don't know, there's something retro about it, quite frankly. And I like the retroness. And, don't forget about the 2 Doctors who were in this TARDIS. Christopher Eccleston and David Tennant were, I guess you could call them, retro Doctors. Quite frankly, they sort of blend in well with this TARDIS. And just look at David Tennant's suit there, as you can see, with that brown coat, sort of goes with the set, and the suit as well goes with the set. which is quite nice. I do like this TARDIS. It is one of my favourite TARDISes. Not my favourite of all time, absolutely not. Not my favourite of the modern Who era, absolutely not. I feel it's a bit basic and it feels a bit empty, but otherwise, pretty good. Number 2, Matt Smith's first TARDIS. And yes, I love this design. Actually, quite frankly, I was so tempted to put it at number 1, but I've decided not to. But at the end of the day, I love it. It's so beautiful. The colouring of it, I just love it. And it's actually quite a big console room overall. And you've got all these staircases, as you can see, which leads off to somewhere else in the TARDIS, which in effect, can make for a good episode later on down the series, as well in season 6. Don't forget, we had the Doctor's wife, and that was a really good episode inside the TARDIS, and that's because of all these staircases. It opens up the possibility to story writing inside the TARDIS as well. But also, obviously, it's quite a raggedy TARDIS, and again, that sort of matches again the Doctor's description, the 11th Doctor's description, raggedy man. And quite a lot of it is quite raggedy. It looks like a fun set to be on overall, and it does feel a bit alien as well, like an alien world. It doesn't feel necessarily a human world, if that makes sense, but I love it. Again, it's one of my favourite TARDISes. The lighting, that orangey turquoise colours coming through, really, really nice colours going on there. One of my favourite TARDISes probably of all time, let alone in this modern era. And as I say, I would have put it higher only if it wasn't for this TARDIS. My favourite TARDIS of all time, yes, Peter Capaldi's second TARDIS as well, equally. And to me, this was a bit better, well, a lot better, not a bit better, but a lot better than Matt Smith's second TARDIS. Quite frankly, it suits the Doctor, the description of the Doctor at the time, just perfectly. You got bookshelves, you got the lighting, it's been darkened. I really, really love it. It's beautiful. You still got the staircases, and that big room. It feels like an alien planet still, or an alien ship. It doesn't feel like, anything we've seen before. It feels original. There's something so nice about it. I think this is just like that perfect balance. It's not too alien. It's not too simple. It's just in the middle between alien and simple. And I love it. Unlike Matt Smith's Doctor's first TARDIS, this I think is not maybe massively better, but it is the better one of the two. If I look at them both side by side, which one draws my attention more? Yes, Matt Smith stands out, maybe a bit more flashy, but this brings it back down to ground. And that is what I love about this TARDIS. It's not too much, not too little. It's just right. It's a beautiful blend of the best of both worlds. And I love that. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, and share to this video. And until the next time, guys, have a great day.